Today we're going to be looking at the most mana-expensive birds in Magic the Gathering, or bird-like creatures for the Turkey Day here. I'm going to say here for the Americans. All right, I'm going to start off with Gravewaker. Suggestion by Toads. It's a 6 mana 5/5 bird spirit with flying. 7 mana return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Is it worth? I wouldn't say it's worth it. I would never play this damn thing. Is it a limited bomb? Probably. It's probably really good in limited. You play, 6 mana, you got a 5/5 flyer, and you know what? If the game goes any longer, you get all your best cards back. Oh, hold on. Return target creature card. Oh, no, it's only from your graveyard. That's right. Remember, it can be birds or bird-like creatures, as some have asked, like phoenixes, for example. But it gotta be bird. If it don't bird, I'll disqualify you. Okay, next up, we've got Steve Cooper with Yorion, the Sky Noodle. Can't wait for this to get recommended a bunch. Yeah, this is probably the first of a million times of Yorion, the 5 mana 4/5 bird serpent companion. Now the funny thing is, like, because of the companion clause, like, no one in Commander is allowed to play with this card because your starting deck has to be at least 20 cards more than the minimum, but you're not allowed to go over 99. Flying. When Yorion enters the battlefield, exile any number of other non-land permanents you own and control. Return those cards to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. It's actually banned in Modern. Actually banned. Is it banned anywhere else? No, it's not banned anywhere. Just Modern. Sees a lot of play in Pioneer. Sees play in Legacy. All right, Legacy playable card. This card is an absolute banger. It's a 10 out of 10 bird / serpent. Probably the serpent side is carrying it for the most part. Okay, we got Dimitri here with Avon Brigadier. It's not Brigader. It's like, it looks French. The Avon Brigadier. Something like that. All right, we have a 6 mana bird soldier. It's a 3/5. Now, flying, all other birds get +1/+1, and all other soldiers get +1/+1. And guess what? If you're a bird soldier, you're gonna get buffed up twice as fast. And I've played a little bit of like bird-like decks. There are a lot of bird soldiers out there for some reason. It's an army, an absolute army of them. You know, this card, it's not bad. It's not good. It's very C tier like. If it was like 5 mana, it'd probably be playable. Yeah, it's probably at least 5 mana. Or sorry, at most 5 mana. At 6, it's a little much. Hold on. It's all other birds. If only it buffed itself. Okay, next up we've got Elixir with the Avon Soul Gazer. This is a 5 mana 3/3 bird cleric. Flying, 3 mana. Look at target face down card. Useless. What a magical power! I have the power to look at cards face down. If only that was useful anywhere. Not worth it. Definitely not worth it. Oh boy, with Null Drifter. Not a bird! Disqualified. Doesn't even look like a bird. It is an Eldrazi elemental. It's like an Eldrazi subtlety of some sort. Definitely not bird-like enough for this show. Okay, we got Castle Star with Castrol the Wind Crested. Actual bird. 5 mana, 4/5 bird scout flying. Whenever one or more birds you control deal combat damage to a player, you get to choose one. You may put a bird creature card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield with a finality counter on it, or put a +1/+1 counter on each bird you control, or you can draw a card. A lot of value from that bird. Whenever one or more birds you control deal combat. This is like show and tell. Wow, that's crazy. All the turkeys coming. You know, turkeys, they're dangerous. I've seen wild turkeys many times. I thought that was a completely domesticated animal. No, they're out there. And when you get close, they start looking. They start looking at you. They're not afraid. They're like geese sometimes. I mean, they'll defend themselves if necessary. I actually like this card. It looks good. Christopher B with Avon Soul. We did this. We just did this one. We were just there. Birds of Paradise, too small. It's got to be at least 5 CMC or higher. It's literally a mole drifter, aka a fish. Oh, yeah, a fish doesn't fly. Next we've got, okay, Benjamin Berkeley. I'll take Shard Phoenix. I'll take a Phoenix. This is a cooked turkey. This is a 5-mana 2/2 flyer. Sacrifice Shard Phoenix. Shard Phoenix deals 2 damage to each creature without flying. Red, red, red. Return Shard Phoenix from your graveyard to your hand. Activate this ability only during your upkeep. If I remember correctly, this was like a bomb back in the day. I didn't play back in this. Is a Stronghold card. Did we even mention this on the Stronghold show? It was like a win condition because you could use it over and over again, right? Put Shard Phoenix into your hand. It's like return it from the graveyard to your hand. Activate only during your upkeep. So it was like a repeatable source of card advantage. Card advantage! Something that didn't exist back in the day. Today it's terrible. It's awful. No one is playing this card. If you're playing it, I'm sorry. I insulted your deck. Oh boy, 6 CMC is going to be ignored a lot here. Next up we got a... Let's take Michael with Rock of... Oh god, the Rock of Care Ridges. No, this is not a... Rock. No, Rock. See, no, Rock. I want Rock of Care Ridge. Oh, I put an X there. It's not a troll. There's not a lot of good birds. Oh, this is 4 mana. This is disqualified. All right, moving on to a super chat. Elixir, save us. Let's get us out of here. You're going to buzz this so hard, but here's a birdie for you this special day. The Cinematic Phoenix. This looks okay. This looks great. It's a 5 mana 4/4. It's a Phoenix. It just came out of the oven. Flying haste protection from red, but not protection from gravy. It's a 1 mana tap. Return target legendary creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's amazing. Tap 6 untapped creatures you control. Return the Cinematic Phoenix from your graveyard to the battlefield. If you tap 6 legendary creatures this way, you win the game. Where's the lie? The problem is, what is this not legal? This version of this version of this card has a non-standard magic back. It is not legal for constructed play. Well, what about Commander? Can I rule 0 this card in? This card's amazing because it's a weird promo. Okay, Chris, Wingmate Rock. Let's get them rocks. Oh, this was a standard all-star. The 5 mana 3/4 bird flying with Raid. So enter the battlefield if you attacked with a creature this turn. Even if it got blocked or destroyed, we get a 3/4 white bird creature token with flying. Whenever Wingmate Rot attacks, you may gain 1 life. Great card. Very, very good. Next up. Wandering Pict. The Veil of Birds? Well, first off, it's 1 mana, so I'm not even going to read the damn thing. The whole show is at most mana expensive. Even if you were trying to squeeze in an off-color bird-like card, I mean, it's got to be expensive. Okay, we got Walking, Talking Stephen Hawking, although it's not Stephen Hawking in the Avatar. Birdstorm Incarnate. Birdstorm in... Does this thing exist? Birdstorm Incarnate? Doesn't exist. Sorry about that. We got David Howard, the Lord of Change. Packet Change. Okay, this is a 7 mana. Now that's a lot of mana. Okay, it's 7 mana for a 6/6 demon. It does look like a double-headed turkey, so it's definitely going to count. I guess if it's a bird with 2 heads, it's no longer a regular bird. It's a demon. Flying and Ward 3, Architect of Deception. When Lord of Change enters the battlefield, we draw 3 cards. That's a lot of value. But it's 7 mana. But it's got Ward 3. But it's 7 mana. But it's a 6/6. I think it's good. I think it's good. I think if you have this in play, it's going to replace itself by a million miles. And it actually just might end up winning the game. Of course, if you can blink this thing over and over again, I mean, that's more value. Infinite value. Okay, next up, we got a black bird on the bird show. Dragon Hawk Fate's Tempest. It's a bird dragon. What does that mean? It's just... I don't get it. They look the same. It's a 5-mana 5/5 flyer. When Dragonhawk enters or attacks, exile the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 4 or greater. You may play those cards until your next end step. At the beginning of your next end step, Dragonhawk deals 2 damage to each opponent for each of those cards that are still exiled. How many cards do we get? Exile the top X cards, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 4 or greater. I think that's great. It's value and card advantage. And it happens when it enters, happens when you attack every turn. This is red card draw over here. Next up, don't know if we got one from Old Boy. Oyobi, who split the heavens. This is a 7-mana 3/6 spirit. This at least looks like a bird flying. Whenever you cast a spirit or arcane spell, create a 3/3 white flying creature token with flying. It's awful. I think it's mostly, you know what, if it entered the battlefield with a creature, I think it'd be on the up and up. The fact that it can just die before you get to play any of your instants and sorceries, spirit, and it's got to be a spirit. Sorry, not your instances. If you cast a spirit, it's a tough sell. It's basically a 7-mana 3/6. Very, very tough sell for me. We did Gravewalker. Or Gravewaker. Keep reading that as Gravewalker. Okay, Christopher B got disqualified for the first one. Clockwork Avian. It's a mechanical bird. 5 mana for a 0/4 flyer. Enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+0 counters. Hey, it looks like this is like a book you shouldn't judge by its cover. You look like a 0/4. No, it's basically a 4/4. Now, at the end of combat, if Clockwork Avian attacked or blocked this combat, I have to remove one of the counters. Well, that's not good. Pay X, tap, put up to X +1/+0 counters on Clockwork Avian. This ability can't cause the total number of +1/+1 counters on Clockwork Avian to be greater than 4. No! Not worth it. I don't like it. Aurora, supply line cranes. They do be giving supplies. They should be the ones attacking. They could just, well, I guess they got to be careful, but they could just throw them down from above. Or at least they could drop pouring hot lava on the enemies. Think about it, people. Okay, 5 mana for a 2/4 flyer. When supply line cranes enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. God, this is terrible. Dinglebag we got with Gwarir the Windlord. 6 mana for a 4/4 Bird Noble. This spell costs 2 less to cast as long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn. Okay, I'm listening. Flying Vigilance, and other birds you control have Vigilance. So, if I play Brainstorm, as long as you draw 2 or more cards this turn. So if I play any cantrip at 5 mana, this thing costs 2 less. And other birds we have Vigilance. I could get behind this. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I can live with that one. Mean Brule, Liberated Livestock. A bird, a cat, a ox. Okay, Liberated Livestock is a 6 mana. Okay, I guess it's all the creatures at once. I was like, where's the bird here? Okay, it was like, where's Waldo? There's the bird. There it is! It's okay, it's a 4/6. When livestock dies, create a 1/1 white cat creature token with lifelink, a 1/1 white bird creature token with flying, and a 2/4 white ox creature token. For each of those tokens, you may put an aura card from your hand and or graveyard onto the battlefield attached to it. This might be better than I'm giving it credit for, but it's like a little bit more work. It's like 6 mana, and then you gotta sacrifice it, and you have to have the auras ready. You know, it's like a lot of things to juggle to make work. I don't mind the death trigger that much, though. Yeah, aura synergy. Trying to make auras. Obviously, still auras are not that good. It's the best that they try to do. They keep making these aura synergy cards, and auras are still useless. Kankusha. Oops. Yeah, that was just your mention. We got Addy Boar with the Lord of Pain. I see no bird in the image. Disqualified. Pixels. We got Moria, Mora, and Teshar. Very cute cat. That's a 10 out of 10 cat over there. Now, if you didn't tell me this was a bird, I would have disqualified this. I would have disqualified this so quickly. I just say there's just a bunch of flying Atraxas in the image. What makes that a bird? 5 mana for a 4/5 Phyrexian Spirit Bird, flying. Whenever you cast a heroic spell, return target non-land permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Cast a heroic spell. That is absolutely insane. It gains haste. Exile at the beginning of the next end step. If it would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere instead. Whenever you cast a historic spell. What are artifacts? So I could play a 0 mana artifact and bring back target non-land permanent, which would be a creature. I think this is an absolute banger. This is great. Does Morphine count? No. No changelings will not count on this show. That's cheating. That was absolutely cheating. EK Train, stopping Peregrine, 9/0 haste, trampling, death touch. Was hold on, stooping Peregrine? Maybe stomping Peregrine? No, I don't know what this is talking about. Sorry about that. EK Train. Oh, I don't know. Oh, you meant something else. Okay, Rise of Eagles. It says Wandering Pict. Okay, now that's a bird. Okay, it's a 6 mana sorcery. Put 2/2 blue bird enchantment creature tokens with flying onto the battlefield and scry 1. That's terrible. 6 mana for 2 creatures. And a singular scry. These days, our lands basically scry. Actually, no. These days, our lands just scry. Okay, we got Paces Fan Forever with the super chat. Wingmate Rock. Oh, no. I think we did that one. Oh, so sorry about that, Paces Fan Forever. We're going to donate your super chat. If you have another card, I'll keep an eye out for you. Pedgeman. Grave Waker. Oh, you tried to steal Toad's card, Pedgeman. Okay, we did Windlord too. Are we running out of cards already? Come on, it doesn't even all have to be birds. It can be spiritually birds. Little Dead Fly with Hydromorph Gull. That sounds like a bird. Bird Guardian. 5 mana for a 3/3 flying. Sacrifice Hydromorph Gull. Counter target spell that targets 1 or more creatures you control. This is like a really, really expensive like Seal of Counter spell. On top of that, it's not even actual Seal of Counter spell. It's Seal of what is it? Not Dress Down. This is like a blue spell. Target creature gets like +0, +4, and gains hexproof until end of turn. That's what I'm thinking of. This is awful. I can't imagine protecting. I mean, I need something to protect this. I need something badly to protect this. Oh, okay, you got one? Eagles of the North. Okay, I don't think we did that one. Eagles of the North. Paces Fan Forever trying to make a comeback here. Ooh, 6 mana, 3/3 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain first strike until end of turn. But here is the selling point, people. All right, here. This last piece of text makes this card. Plane Cycling. Discard this card, search your library for a Plains card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. I mean, that can be Tundra. That can be Savannah. It can be a Surveil Land. It can be a lot of things. That's what makes this card so good. It's an absolute... And so, like, the deal is, it's like effectively a land in your deck. Do you hate flooding out? Well, you put cards like Eagles of the North in your deck as like a mana source. So it's either a land drop that you need. You can also get a basic Plains, by the way. Or late in the game when you top deck, you got a 3/3 flyer. You know, it's free. That's good value. Not a bad card in draft. It sees legacy play, okay? Sees legacy play. Can be exiled to solitude. People are just not looking right. I think I see about 180-ish cards, and I'm literally here suggesting cards for people to steal from you. Well, how about I steal? Okay, how about that? I'll steal from you. Let's steal Krook, Claw, Elder. Ha. I bet you didn't see that one coming. 6 mana for a 3/2 Bird Wizard with flying. Tap 2 untap birds you control to draw a card. I love value. And then tap 2 untap wizards you control. Target creature gains flying until end of turn. That probably sucks. It's like, you have a bunch of birds in play. Or I mean, I guess you're either an all-in bird deck or you might be an all-in wizard deck. But if you're in the all-in bird deck, I mean, that's where the value is. 6 mana. Do we really need to get our... We need to tap down our wizards to make our wizards flying. I really like the first ability, but it needs like a solid second ability, and that second ability is not solid. It's quite crap, really. The draw is nice. I saw in an all-in bird deck that probably does work. Okay, Pedgeman looking for a card. Alrund's Epiphany. Wasn't this like banned somewhere at some time, one time? 7 mana sorcery. Create 2 1/1 blue bird creature tokens with flying. Take an extra turn after this one. It's not really about the birds, is it? Exile Alrund's Epiphany, and you can foretell it. This actually, I believe this was like a powerhouse in Standard at one time. Can't remember if it got banned or not. But the deal is, you take an extra turn, you get like a few creatures on the board, and you compound that a few more times. A few more Alrund's Epiphanies, you get ahead. I mean, you can just win with the birds and some other random creature. The birds kills people. It does kill people. People don't kill people. Birds kill people. What do we have here? Okay, it's Christopher B wants to get in Peregrine. Is it Grind Griffin? It is Peregrine. What the hell is a Peregrine? It's a 5 mana 2/4 flying. It's got first strike. It's gonna hit you first, but but you know what? It's really slow to get out, so it's useless. 5 mana. Borderline garbage. Okay, next up we got Elixir. Akim the Soaring Wind. This is 5 mana for a 3/4 bird dinosaur. Aren't they the same thing? Like, I hear the theory on the street is all the birds are the closest thing that we have to former dinosaurs. Personally, I don't believe that. I think like the Komodo dragon is the closest thing we have to dinosaurs. I guess, okay, evolution is back to where it started. Flying. Whenever you create 1 or more tokens for the first time each turn, create a 1/1 white bird creature token with flying. But does it make tokens itself? 6 mana. Creature tokens you control gain double strike until end of turn. It's not bad. I think the price is right for this type of an effect. Whenever you create 1 or more tokens. Doesn't give lifelink, though. I'm going to say it's okay. It's just good enough. I might be overrating it. It might be. Dinosaurs are not reptiles. They're all birds. Okay, Majra with Kenji, a Sky Warden. Oh, it looks like a god. It's some sort of god. Okay, 5 mana for a 3/3 bird wizard. Flying Vigilance. Whenever Kenji Sky Warden attacks, attacking creatures with flying get +2/+0 until end of turn. Whenever Kenji blocks, blocking creatures with flying get +2/+0 until end of turn. This is an absolute fantastic card. Basically, great on attack, great on defense. It's got Vigilance. It doesn't even need to be played in a bird deck. Just needs to be in a flying deck. So it could be in your angel deck, for example. Next super chat from Pacers Fan Forever. We got Castrel the Wind Crested. Oh, T. Corrales, we did that one. We did Avon Brigadier. I think we did that one. We'll see in a second. If not, then if we did it, have a backup ready. Okay, we have this 5 mana. Oh, we did this. We did this one too. The super chats are getting sniped around here. Okay, let's give another one to Pixels. Soaring Light Bringer. 5 mana Bird Glimmer for a 4/5 flyer. Other enchantment creatures you control have flying, and whenever you attack a player, create a 1/1 white Glimmer enchantment creature token that's tapped and attacking that player. Other enchantment creatures you control. I think this is great, and I'll tell you why. Because it gives evasion. So if you have a lot of enchantment creatures on the ground and you're trying to like win in a board stall, you just play your Soaring Lightbringer, probably pulls out its lightsaber, and you start going to town. Basically, you fly over like the good birds you are. We did more on Tashar. Okay, next up, I can't remember if we did this one. Even a lot of the cards sound the same, you know what I mean? Oops, it's Brigadier. Yeah, we did the Avant Brigadier. Looks French too. Okay, that unfortunately, I wouldn't say you got sniped or anything, but you weren't there. So I'll keep an eye out if you have another card for us. We'll go with the other Pacers fan forever card. Dragonhawk. Half dragon, half hawk. We've done this one too. Pacers fan, you gotta be here at the beginning of the show. What is going on here? Okay, Wandering Pick. What is this? Bird gets the worm. This is an uncard. Technically not an uncard. Okay, it's not Acorn either. 5 mana for a 2/4 Bird Guest. Flying. When this creature enters, you may put a name sticker on it. Oh, it's banned everywhere. It's not even a modern legal card. You gain X life, where X is the number of unique vowels on that card. I don't even want to know how this card works. I don't even want to know. Okay, Pacer wants a replacement Maha. We didn't do Maha yet. It feathers Knight. Okay, this is a 5 mana, 6/5. It's got flying, it's got trample, it's got ward, and creatures your opponents control have base toughness of 1. It's better than, sorry, what's it called? It's better than Humility. Depending on the deck that you have. Just ping off your opponent. It's great in a deck where you plan on pinging the crap out of your opponents. Alan with Owlbear. It's a bird. Now that would make a very meaty turkey meal. Okay, this is a 5 mana 4/4 with trample. When Owlbear enters the battlefield, you draw a card. But is it worth it? Do I really want to pay 5 mana for this? The sad thing is it's better than like most of the cards we've seen on the show today. I don't think I would play this card. Reminds me of Thragtusk way, though. It does remind me. It's okay outside of blue. Yeah, this is blue. This is non-blue card draw. Yeah, can't even flying shake my head. Well, same thing with penguins, you know? I always think, okay, penguins are allowed to be birds. So if it's like a penguin, then it passes. T. Corellis, do you have a replacement card? Where's your replacement card? Give me something. Give me something! Okay, we're gonna go on to bulky here. Souvenir? Hold on. Souvenir Snatcher? Swipe Souvenirs. Good for stealing Christmas presents. 5 mana for a 4/4 flyer. When this creature mutates, gain control of target non-creature artifact. Wow, 'tis the season to be stealing, and mutates for 6 mana. When mutates, gain control of target non-creature artifact. You know what? It's not bad. The only problem is you have to put it on a human. That's the only downside to all this. So yeah, this has to be like basically in a human deck, but I do like the idea of swiping somebody's Soul Ring, the One Ring. A lot of rings out there to steal. That's what magpies love to do. Okay, we're gonna look at more incredibly overcosted birds while supplies last. But we're gonna thank today's sponsor, FusionGamingOnline.com. It wouldn't be a Black Friday without some Black Friday deals from Fusion Gaming. Oh, did they? No, hold on. It's right now. It's still. This is like the pre-Black Friday sale. Get 50% off. You know, stuff from Magic the Gathering, board games, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and everything else in the store. Check out their Black Friday deals. And if you've missed the deal, don't worry. You can still get singles and sealed product when you use coupon code Nikachu at checkout. It saves you 5% off all your purchases, too. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards for Magic Online, the digital platform where you can play Commander, you can play one-on-one Commander, you can play Modern, Pioneer, Standard, Legacy, Vintage, and you don't have to own all the cards. Screw that when you're renting the cards with Mana Traders. And as cards change, new sets come out, you have access to all of them. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your third month subscription. Using coupon code Nikachu_4VU. All right, back to the turkeys. This turkey is paying out. Okay, next up, what do we got here? Elixir with Murmuration. It sounds like a pun. Murmuration. By the way, who doesn't have a card yet? This is an NYC point of the show. 5 mana, enchantment. Birds you control get +1/+1 and have vigilance. Reminder to everyone, it can be bird-like cards. It can be cards with birds in them. And like phoenixes and so on. Cannot be changelings. That does not count. So birds you control get +1/+1 and have vigilance. At the beginning of your end step, for each spell you've cast of this turn, create a 1/2 bird, blue bird creature token with flying name Stormcrow. What an absolute tease. Birds you control get +1/+1 and have vigilance. At the beginning of your end step. Well, you at least get... Okay, so for 5 mana, we get a 2/3. I just don't think it's worth it. We get a 2/3 army. It's basically a really expensive Bitter Blossom. I guess you don't lose your life, though. How do you get this far and no card yet, Teamer? Wave Skimmer. Wave Skimmer Aven. What is an Aven? I've just associated it with birds. This is a Bant 5 mana 2/4 bird soldier flying an Exalted. Definitely not worth it at all. Needs a little lifelink in here. I haven't had one. Dragonhawk, Fates, Tempest. I think we did that one. Yeah, we definitely did Dragonhawk. Unless there's another Dragonhawk. Which I doubt it. Yeah, we've done that one. Just a random Sasquatch. Dovescape. Oh, this card. Yeah, 6 mana. Whenever a player plays a non-creature spell, counter it! That player puts X 1/1 white and blue bird creature tokens with flying into play, where X is the spell's converted mana cost. I'll just say this card is fun. I'm not gonna speak to how good this card is. I'll just say it's fun to play. Okay, Ferginka says, time to get a bad card on the show, the Airdrop Condor. What do you mean it's time? You make it sound like all these cards were bangers up to this point. No, we've seen tons of stinkers up to now. Okay, this is a 5 mana. It's a 5 mana 2/2 bird with flying, and you can pay 2 mana and sack a goblin because we all know how much the goblins and the birds are allies. Airdrop Condor deals damage equal to the sack's goblin's power to target creature or player. There we go. Just drop the goblins from the sky. Use them as ammunition. If they're not good soldiers, they'll make great cannonballs. Terrible card. Yeah, it chucks the goblins. They were. I mean, goblins. They're basically born to die. What a horrible, feeble existence. What is their birth rate to sustain their population? Do they like multiply like bunnies or something? Like, I'm just thinking about that right now. Like, what's the average lifespan of a goblin? 2 years or something? So in that time, they like how many of them have a family? Doesn't feel like they last very long. We did Yorion. Okay, you gotta start moving to the jank. Magic would be better if every card was jank. Well, you just have to like make a a format where like all cards that are worth more than 5 cents are banned. GG with Kiel Doran Sky Captain. El Capitan. If you're such a captain, where's your hat? Okay, this is a 5-mana 2/2. It's got banding. Flying and first strike. You know what? If it was like 3 mana, I think this card would be very, very good. 5 mana, it feels... It's technically not vanilla. Like, this thing is, like, impossible to block. It's got first strike, which is not helping you. And it's got banding, which is also not helping you. Yeah, banding. The most broken mechanic that they don't bring back because it's too awful to explain. It didn't... I guess it didn't quite catch on like regeneration. Like, regeneration, that's also a pretty awful mechanic that they would never make today. But it just exists. Okay, Pacers Ram Forever has another one. The Guare, Greatest of the Eagles. I swear we've done that one too. Greatest of the Eagles. Oh, I guess we didn't. Okay, 5 mana for a 5. Ooh, that's 5/5. That's a big bird. Can rival Big Bird from Sesame Street. Bird Noble with flying. Whenever it attacks, target attacking creature gains flying until end of turn. That's great. And at the beginning of each end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, create a 3/3 white bird creature token with flying. And when this creature attacks, target attacking creature gains flying until end of turn. This is a fantastic card. No ETB, but still, it helps other creatures get evasion and also can be a source of card advantage over the course of a game. Brendan with Avon Warhawk. Get it? Warhawk? That had to have been intentional. Okay, 5 mana for a 2/2. It's got Amplify 1. That's a reader. As this card comes into play, put a +1/+1 counter on it for each bird and or soldier card you reveal in your hand. Problem is I'm going to lose most of them as I cast them on turns 2, 3, 4, and so on. This is like probably going to be like a 5 mana 3/3 flyer. Not hot. Hot or not? It's not. Okay, Alex J with Akim. The Soaring Wind. Oh, we did that one. Sorry about that. Ferginka says, outside of MTG, goblins kidnap women and bread. They like bread, do they? Don't leave your hot dog buns around. Don't leave your hot dog buns unattended. So that while they don't last long, they multiply faster than rabbits. Okay, Majra can get another card. Aerial Extortionists. Blam! In your bird deck, peoples. Okay, 5 mana for a 4/3 bird soldier with flying. Enter the battlefield or deals combat damage to a player. Exile up to 1 target non-land permanent. So it's like an Oblivion Ring. For as long as that card remains exiled, its owner may cast it. Oh, so you can like it can come back. It's just really harassing that they have to keep playing it over and over again. Whenever another player casts a spell from anywhere other than their hand, draw a card. That's value! So if you even try to kill this thing, you're going to draw something out of it. Enters the battlefield or deals combat damage. This is insane! This is a great card. Absolutely fantastic card. It's basically removal and card advantage. What did I misspell? It was breed instead. Oh, okay. I thought you said bread. You said bread. Oh, I guess you... Okay, I thought... Oh, you mean B-R-E-D. B-R-E-D. Cool. Next up, let's take... Who doesn't have 2 cards? Blackbird doesn't have 2 cards. Townhouse. The Toy Maker. Okay. Has bird, skull, machine in picture. 5 mana for a 3/5 human artificer. Whenever you cast a beast or bird creature spell, you may copy it. Except the copy is an artifact in addition to its other types. So if I play any bird, I get 2 of them. Let me copy it. It's okay. It's The crappy thing about this is you have to wait until you can actually cast a card, but when you do, it's going to be really good value. Next up, Elixir has another super chat with Ominous Roost. Ominous. 3 mana, disqualified. Not even gonna read it. This is a mana expensive show. We're gonna donate that super chat to Nightmare Incarnation with the Flensing Raptor. It's a Phyrexian bird. I thought raptors were dinosaurs. Also 3 mana. What the hell? What the hell? What a waste. Go on. Whatever. Okay, who's Kano doesn't have a card at all. Okay. Migratory Route. Migratory? Oh, sorry, Migratory. The 5 mana sorcery. Create 4 1/1 white bird creature tokens with flying. And it has basic land cycling of 2 mana. You can discard this at instant speed. I like it. Okay, it's a decent token card. If you can get like 1 token for per mana that you spend, it's usually a pretty good rate. This is a little bit worse. 5 mana gets you 4 creatures, but it's still not that bad. And on top of that, it can be a source of mana. So basically, you can replace a land slot in your deck because it does have the basic land cycling. Nadim, you put the theme too narrow. I have nothing on my kind for the first time. It's called Scryfall. But remember, it can be bird-like. Phoenixes, people. I don't know how many Phoenixes are like 5 mana or more. It's not too narrow. Look at people are firing on all cylinders here. We have millions of cards. Can sometimes have birds in the art. You know, it's all about that. A Wandering Pict with attempted murder. Technically. Okay, there we go. See, we have bird in the art. Oh no, but it's an X spell. It's not even technically. That mana value is too low. Okay, Pace's Fan Forever wants Beck and Call. Okay, this technically is above 5. This is technically 8 mana value. Blue-green sorcery. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield this turn, you may draw a card. And then there's Call. 6 mana. Put 4 1/1 white bird creature tokens with flying onto the battlefield. But if you fuse it, if you pay the whole 8 mana at once, you're rich. Then you're going to put 4 1/1 white bird creature tokens on the battlefield. And you're going to draw a card for each of them. So you're going to draw 4 cards. This is a great card. I shouldn't oversell this card. It's a good card. Merc with Primok Escape. There we go. It's a bird beast. Honestly, doesn't even look like a bird. Looks hideous. It looks like a gargoyle. Is it a gargoyle? No, it's still a bird beast. Okay, 7 mana for a 4/4 flying, and it's got cycling. You know, I know it cycles, but that's just not good enough. That doesn't compensate. I don't know, maybe it can go in a Living End deck or something. It's possible. Benjamin Berkeley. Here's another old school Phoenix for you, as it has amazing art. The Bogarden Phoenix. This card. 5 mana, 3/3 flyer. If Bogarden Phoenix is put into any graveyard from play and has no death counters on it, return Bogarden Phoenix to play and put a death counter on it. If Bogarden Phoenix is put into any graveyard from play and has a death counter on it, remove it from the game. Oh, it's the original finality counter. That's the OG. I think it's okay. I'm not going to say it's great. It's okay. If this was any bird, I wonder how many times Nadu would have been suggested. Wait a minute. Nadu actually has not been suggested. 3 mana bird wizard. It's funny, actually, we got this far. You know, this is one of those cards I assume, oh, somebody had to have said it by now. Yeah, no one actually mentioned Nadu. Creatures you control have, whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put it into your hand. This ability triggers only twice each turn. The commander card for the modern set that was adjusted into, it was fixed for commander, broke modern, and ended up breaking commander as well, and ended up getting banned. Absolutely supremely broken. Oh yeah! Oh, I'm an idiot! Yeah, Nadu is 3 mana. No wonder. I'm like, no wonder no one's shown this one. Yeah, buzz for Nikachu. I need like a shame sound effect. Just a random Sasquatch. Aurora Phoenix. Cascade. Aurora. I forgot my own rules to my own show. 6 mana Phoenix, 5/3 flying. It does have Cascade. And whenever you cast a spell with Cascade, return Aurora Phoenix from your graveyard to your hand. That's amazing. That's a great card. So you're definitely going to get value. And on top of that, I like how you can get it back after you start cascading some more. It's a huge value play. Yeah, banned in the show and in modern. Nadu. T. Corellis! Poor T. Corellis. Suggested a card. It was already done. Then left. Never to be seen again. Teamer! Rendmaw. By the way, we did Wing Make Rock in one CO. Okay, we got Rendmaw. Creaking Nest is a scarecrow. Okay, this better have something to do with birds. It's 5 mana, 5/5, Menace Reach. When Rendmaw Creaking Nest enters, and whenever you play a card with 2 or more card types, each player creates a tapped 2/2 black bird creature token with flying. The tokens are goated for the rest of the game. Is that good? Okay, I gotta ask the coffee crew here. Is this good? I have no idea. I guess? So what you're doing is you're giving them a ton of birds that just end up attacking each other. They have no purpose except for to do that. I'm assuming this is okay. How expensive is this card? It's 53 cents. That's not impressive. You know, this is like a card where if they put me on a show and put a gun to my head, Nikachu, is this a good commander card? I'd be like, yes. But maybe it just doesn't do enough. They can only attack your opponents, not you. It's pretty good. Yeah, but they got blockers. Because they also have 2/2 creatures, right? Okay, it's way better than average than all the other crap that we've seen on this show, so I guess we have to give it a pass. We did Maha. Wait second teamer on the show. What? Like, oh, you mean like an actual teamer card? What else do we have here? You still have no card yet, Nightmare Incarnation. Sun, Birds, Invocation. We got 6 mana for an enchantment. Whenever you cast a spell from your hand, reveal the top X cards of your library, where X is that spell's mana value. You may cast a spell with mana value X or less from among cards revealed this way without paying its mana cost, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. It does have an owl in the picture, though. That is undisputedly an owl. So you cast a spell from your hand. Reveal X cards from your library. X that spell's mana value. You may cast a spell. Isn't this just Cascade? You may cast a spell with mana value X or less from among cards revealed this way. Oh, but no, you show. Okay, it's like a different Cascade. I understand. 6 mana. I don't like it. Not impressive to me. Oh, there's 2 teamers here. It's the teamer mirror. It's the Spider-Man meme. You. No, you. Now I get it. Elixir with another super chat. Thanks so much for your super chats. The Gatherer Specimens. Six mana, instant. If a creature would come into play under an opponent's control this turn, it comes into play under your control instead. That is great. I think that is I think that's a great card. It's like it's like basically counterspell. It's mine now, effectively. Instant speed. You do have to hold up the mana, but it'll be funny. You know, someone's scared to play a card into your like 6 blue mana. Does it resolve? You know what it does resolve? Under my control. Great card. Hedgeman looking for a second card. Perch. Protection. For Xmas, a gift a turn. 6 mana instant. Gift an extra turn. Alright, it's a double-edged sword there, Pedgeman. Create 4 2/2 blue bird creature tokens with flying. If the gift was promised, all permanents you control phase out. Oh, and until your next turn, your life total can't change, and you gain protection from everything. Exile, purge protection. So it's a Teferi's protection, but you're giving somebody a card at the same time. I guess it's okay. I have no experience with this. I have no experience with like Teferi protection board states. I'm like a little alien to it. So I guess the idea is you give somebody a means of catching up, or I guess killing everybody at the table while you don't even exist. Hexanort. Shabraz, the Sky Shark. Ooh, it is a shark bird. When sharks fly, 5 mana for a 3/3. Partner with Bralin. This has a partner. Sky Shark Rider. Flying. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Shabraz, the Sky Shark, and you gain 1 life. Then also for an Azorius, target human gains flying until end of turn. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Shabraz, the Sky Shark, and you gain 1 life. Pay Azorius, target human. It's decent value, and it does partner with something. So I'm assuming this has to be your commander. It's like the shark bird, and it gives humans flying. Like what the hell deck does this look like? It's from a Commander 2020 set, like, but it looks like it's from Ikoria. Yeah, shark bird. Yeah, it's our turkey show, effectively. I'm gonna take a wild guess that this sucks. I just don't know how I'm gonna make it work. What, I'm gonna make a human deck with a shark bird commander? Although I don't know how good Brawlin is. Okay, this one's a human. Whenever you discard a card, put +1/+1 counter on Brawlin, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent, and target shark gains trample. Oh, they benefit each other. I see. Okay, maybe this card is better than I think it is. Brawlin is probably a human, that's why. Literally won me several games. Perch protection. You mean the card that we just looked at, Mermaid Star? That card! Yeah, we looked at it. Next up, Christopher B wants Zuberi. The 5 mana 3/3 flyer. Zuberi! Golden Feather counts as a griffin. Yeah, it's not very bird-like, to be honest. It's not even a bird. It doesn't buff up birds. It doesn't even buff up birds. All other griffins get +1/+1. Are griffins birds? I'm gonna Google that. Are griffins birds? It auto-completed to, are griffins real? Poor 10-year-olds. Okay, griffin, composite mythological creature with a lion's body and a bird's head. All right, it's a bird. Okay, but is it good now? Counts as a griffin. All other griffin gets +1/+1. It's terrible. It identifies as a griffin. Yes, it does. It's half eagle. Google said it's half bird. Christopher is like, if you counted a shark with wings, how does a griffin not count? Because I think the shark with wings was literally a bird. See? It's canon. Even by Wizards of the Coast standards. I didn't make the rules here, okay? I would have disqualified that thing on the spot. But it says bird there. Well, like, what am I going to do? Disqualify it? It says so. Oh, Bell. Did we do Dragonhawk Fate's Tempest? Yes, we've done that one. In fact, that is the most mentioned card on the show. What is with that card? Is that like in everyone's deck? Less than Coveted Falcon. Oh, I want to say we did this one too. No, we didn't. Oh, it's 3 mana. Everyone change your name to Teamer. They'll confuse. That'll confuse me. That's for sure. Okay, we'll go with Benjamin Berkeley's Shivan Phoenix. Okay, it's a 6 mana Phoenix, 3/4 flying. When the Shivan Phoenix, not to be mistaken with Shivan Dragon, is put into a graveyard from play, return Shivan Phoenix to its owner's hand. Oh, that's actually not bad. I wish it was a little cheaper, but the fact that it like perpetually just never is dealt with and is constantly going back to hand, I think is great. Good value. Robot chicken. I thought Yorion would be mentioned. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Pixels has a lot of cards on for the show. We have Pyre Swipe Hawk. This is a 5 mana elemental bird, 4/4 flying haste. Whenever Pyre Swipe Hawk attacks, it gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. Whenever you expend 6, gain control of up to 1 target artifact for as long as you control Pyre Swipe Hawk. What the hell is that? Whenever you expend 6, gain... I don't even know. Okay, you expend 6 as you spend your 6th total mana to cast this spell during a turn. Oh, I see. So if I played a 1-drop and then I played this on the same turn, then I expend 6? You expend 6 as you spend your 6 total mana. It gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. I don't understand. Whenever you expend 6, gain control of up to 1 target artifact for as long as you control Pyre Swipe Hawk. Okay, I get it. Okay, so if I play a 1-drop and then play this to expend 6, then I swipe something. That actually is quite good. It's good value. It's very confusing. These mechanics. At least they wrote it down here. You have no card yet, Toilet Duck? Avon Archer? I don't know if we did Avon Archer. I don't think so. 5 mana 2/2 flyer, 3 mana tap, deals 2 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Summer Mermaid Star, Heavenly, the Blade Master. I use this in Pearl Ear Voltron as a lieutenant. It's a 6 mana. It's an angel. Okay, angels are not counting. That's for sure. It doesn't even mention, if it mentions bird, we'll count it. Enter the battlefield. I do not see the word bird. So it's got to be. I will count Phoenix. I will count flying sharks. I can't count angels. They got their own identity. I'll count griffins. Griffin counted. I'm too late. All the good birds have been done. Then choose bad ones. Is Robot Chicken literally a card? I thought you were pulling my chain here. It's 4 mana. Yeah, it's gotta be bird. You saw you saw wings and stuff? Less than swooping. Patera something. Pteranodon. I cannot pronounce that at all. 5 mana, 3/3 dinosaur, flying haste. When the swooping Pteranodon or another dinosaur with flying enters the battlefield under your control, gain control of target creature an opponent controls until end of turn. Untap that creature, gains flying and haste until end of turn. At the beginning of the next end step, target land deals 3 damage to that creature. Pterodactyl is like the old... This is what birds look like before they got feathers, so I'll definitely count that. All right. Okay, hold on. Maybe we'll end the show. I don't think Mello got a card. The Goose Mother. I'm going to end the show on someone who... Ooh! Oh, it's X on the mana cost. I got excited. It's a cool-looking card. It's a cool-looking card. Well, I guess that's it for today. Hopefully everybody enjoyed naming these turkeys. Hope you all enjoy your turkeys. As usual, we do this show 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show. Remember, when your super chats get disqualified, it benefits somebody out there. You should feel good about it. And thanks, of course, to the coffee crew being here today, like Bell, Christopher B, Larry Law, Alex J, Benjamin Berkeley, Pedgeman, Honk, Teamer. We got Teamer, Little Dead Fly, Alex, Steve Cooper, Mello, Old Boy, Wandering Pick, Nightmare, Incarnation, Yeezus, Kankusha, Ferginka. I think we got Mermaid Star, Larry Law, just a random mage, because you guys are the show. You're the coffee crew that makes the show every single day. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing them coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.